Hey out there in YouTube land, I just want to say hello to everybody, and I want to say a special hello to my father. This is a song that I want to play for him. Happy birthday. My father's 79th birthday is next week, and so I'd like to play this song and record it and kind of dedicate it to him. There's a couple of things I want to say about it. It's maybe one of the most well-known, if not the most well-known Christian hymn that's ever been put out there. I think a lot of people miss the real meaning of it because it gets so overused sometimes. There's a story in the Bible, in John chapter 9, there's a story of a blind man. He had been blind his whole life, and Jesus healed him from his blindness. And the religious leaders and some of the other folks who were really kind of opposed to Jesus in their hearts anyway, tried to cajole the fellow into denying that Jesus had done this. Now, the man had been blind his whole life, and of course couldn't deny what had happened to him. And so when they said to him, "Give God glory, we know that this man is a sinner," the guy responded by saying, "Whether he's a sinner or not, I don't know. This I do know, though. I was blind, and now I see." And that summarizes pretty well for me how I feel about God and about our Lord Jesus Christ in so many ways. There's a lot of talk on YouTube, a lot of debating that goes on about whether or not you can prove that God exists and things like this. And you know, I have to tell you, in my mind, there's plenty of evidence just looking at the fingerprints of God all over creation, the diversity that there is in creation, the magnificence and just the immense nature of the universe, the fact that we seem to be so alone in it, and just look at the human body itself and the capacity it has to heal itself and everything else. But even if you took all of that away, and you can't, it's very significant, but even if you took all of that away, I know what I was before I knew Christ, and I know what I am now. And I know that Christ is the reason. Christ has changed me. Like that blind guy in John chapter 9, and like the guy who wrote this hymn, by the way, I can say, I was blind, and now I see. And meeting Jesus was the reason. So happy birthday, Dad. And here's this hymn for everybody. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace hath taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.